Hello all, welcome to the Universal Group of Institution, Bangalore. Now when the results of Jammu and Kashmir elections are out and we have seen that the alliance of National Conference and Congress have got absolute majority. After nearly a decade, people of Jammu and Kashmir finally have elected the next government in the UT. Now the question arises, will Article 370 be restored? What about the promise of statehood? So the election in Jammu and Kashmir held from 18 September to 1st of October in 3 phases across 47 seats in Kashmir Valley and 43 seats in Jammu region. Recorded an impressive 64% voters turnout. Yes, that's right. The total voters turnout is 64%, a testament to the changing political dynamics in the region. For the first time since the revocation of Jammu and Kashmir autonomy in 2019, the region has seen a local assembly. As a result, today we have got the concrete result. The real question in everybody's mind will be whether this non-BJP government, that is the alliance government, will be seeking for the restoration of Article 370 and statehood to the UT, and if so, what that means for the future of this politically sensitive region of Jammu and Kashmir. So overall, we have seen that in the election, 13 major political parties have fought for the control of the legislature, which has 90 seats. And along with these 90 seats, we have 5 seats which can be nominated by the Lieutenant Governor. And he has to ask the Council of Ministers for suggestions too. Among them, the National Conference led by Umar Abdullah and the People's Democratic Party led by Mahmood Mufti were the 2 major players. We have seen out of these 2 major players, now we have National Conference of Umar Abdullah winning. Both have previously ruled the region and are promising voters as a return to statehood and the restoration of Article 370. So both the parties wanted that the statehood should be returned and the restoration of Article 370 should be done. The National Conference has formed an alliance with the Congress Party, India's main opposition force, to strengthen its chances. And now we see this alliance of National Conference and Congress Party has won. Even separatist leaders long opposed to Indian rule are now contesting. So we have seen a diversified portfolio of people contesting, and today we have finally got the result out of it. On the other hand, BJP has given, so they have contested for 19 seats aspirants. So BJP has contested for 19 seats out of 47 seats in the valley, backing on its stronghold in Jammu region. So BJP thought that they will be contesting for 19 seats out of 47 seats and they can get the majority. But this could not happen. So what happens now? First, let's talk about Article 370. For decades, Article 370 granted Jammu and Kashmir special autonomy, a unique status crafted by N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar in 1949. This provision allowed the state to maintain its own constitution, flag, and exclusive rights over lands and jobs. So under Article 370, these were the provisions that we all know. So in 1947, after a Pakistani invasion, then ruler Maharaja Hari Singh signed the instrument of accession to India, choosing to join. So at that time, Raja Hari Singh has signed an accession where Jammu and Kashmir was handed over to India. But in a dramatic turn on August 5, 2019, the presidential orders redefined Constituent Assembly to mean Legislative Assembly, leading to Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019. Act bifurcated the state into 2 union territories, which is Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. It was first time that a state has been converted into a UT. When it was revoked in 2019, it sent shock waves across the region. So there were shock waves across the region in 2019, triggering mass protests, a security crackdown, and an internet blackout. What happened after the abrogation of Article 370? We have seen that the abrogation of Article 370 happened, but what happened after that? Have you heard of Gupkar Alliance? So, after a year of abrogation of Article 370, several political parties formed Gupkar Alliance, chaired by National Conference leader Farooq Abdullah. It consisted of National Congress, People's Democratic Party, Communist Party of India, which is Marxist, and Jammu and Kashmir's People Movement, Awami National Congress, with aim to fight for the restoration of Article 370 and Jammu and Kashmir's special status. But its restoration can only be done by Parliament of India, and government of J&K has no say in this. We should all know that if we want the restoration of 370, restoration of Article 370, then it can be done only by the Parliament of India and not by the government of Jammu and Kashmir. So apart from Article 370, next major question is about restoration of statehood. Well, the first big move could be this only. This would likely to be the top priority when it couldn't be easy. This is the top priority of the leaders, but it's not easy. Dedicated negotiation with Delhi will be needed. While the return of Article 370 is unlikely, a non-BJP government might push for more local autonomy, especially in governance and economic rights. Now we know we have formed a non-BJP government, that is an alliance of National Conference and Congress. So we can talk about more local autonomy and economic rights and governance to the localites. Security reforms would also be on the table, with potential calls to reduce the presence of security forces in civilian areas and reforms draconian laws that give them sweeping powers. Human rights concerns, a long-standing issue, will likely be addressed. Political stability is another critical point. A regional party-led government will focus on bridging the trust gap between Delhi and Kashmir, resolving internal political conflicts and improving governance. And let's not forget the economy. Unemployment is a huge concern. Any government will have to prioritize job creation, infrastructure, and delivering on development promises. What do the residents of Jammu and Kashmir really want from this current government which is selected, which is the National Conference and Congress Alliance? The exemptions are deeply divided. While older generation mourns the loss of autonomy and view elections with disbelief, younger voters are increasingly focused on practical concerns like political instability, corruption, and most importantly, unemployment. So, the question is, can the current alliance stand on the needs of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and can they work for the betterment and the brighter future of Jammu and Kashmir? That time will tell. Thank you and stay tuned with us.